Hey y'all, James and Chari Elam here. Come here.
Hi, everybody. Sherry's got a story she wants to tell.
I do.
And I don't know the story, so I'm just
Yes,
going
you
to
do.
go. I'm going to go along with her
You were
on it.
there. You were there. Okay, so we just got through working.
Maybe I don't remember the story.
Yeah, and I've got one hand exposed here. You see the bees flying around. We have to wear our suits right now because we just got through working the bees, and they're not real happy with us, which is okay. But I got a funny bee story that happened years ago. Our very first swarm removal. We'll call it a swarm removal. So our mentor said, there's a swarm of bees. I got a call that there's a swarm of bees on a fence at the ballpark in Willis. Those of you that aren't from our area, it's a little town up the road.
So that would be the first swarm of bees that we've ever seen in our life.
It really was.
As far as one to get excited about and go capture.
Right.
I remember that.
It was literally like only this big.
It was a baseball.
But we were so excited. So the mentor and his buddy that we knew as well, very good people, met us up at the ballpark to get this swarm of bees. And we were excited. I think we only had, it was our second colony. If y'all saw our first funny bee story, it was because we kind of, the first one didn't work out. It was our second colony. We still just had that one. They were alive. And so we got to the ballpark. They taught us how to get them off the fence. If you've ever gotten bees swarm off of a chain link fence, I'm just telling you, it ain't easy. It's a matter kind of like herding cats. But we got them in a box. I'm sure you probably did most of the work, and I just sat there with the smoker or
sure.
something.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So we get them back to the house. Well, now back up. So our mentor said, if you'll take a frame of brood out of your box when you get home and put it in the box where you're going to transfer that swarm into, you'll have a much better chance of them staying. Well, it sounded logical to us, right? Sounded logical. So we did that. We took a frame of brood out of our existing hive, our one and only hive, and put it in that box. So next morning,
I'm not remembering now, so keep going.
So next morning, you'll remember the next part. The next morning, it was a Saturday morning. We had something we had to go do. It was early, like 8 or 8:30 in the morning. And James said, let's go check and see if the swarm stayed overnight. We go out there and we look at the box. We don't see anybody. We open the box. We don't see anybody. They left. They could have cared less about that frame of brood. So I went in. I think you had your suit on too, because this was a lot of years ago. So I'm testing my memory as well. Went in, we put our suits on, but we're just going to open it up real quick and throw that frame back in there. We don't need to use a smoker.
Because we didn't see any bees?
Because we didn't see any bees.
Yeah.
Well, there were bees where we got the frame of brood from. So, so we got that brood frame, like you can put it back in and it be viable after all night. So I opened the box and I'm leaning down, and I kid you not, my face was probably about this far from the top of the box, and I just moved that box lid over and I put that frame of brood back in there and I closed it up. And before I even get it closed up, guess what those bees had done? They had found that little hole right there. I know none of you know about that little hole. That's a hole where they can get in. And I had, before I knew it, I had bees stinging me. I got 6 stings above this right eye, and James said, pull your veil up over your head. So that's what I did. I was like this. And
So she instantly got taller than
I
him.
instantly got taller.
This is like airhead.
And so he said, come on. I was screaming like a girl. I'm going to tell you, I admit it.
I remember this part.
It was bad.
I do.
They were
And
inside.
It kind of went something like this. It was up over your head. Your eyes were closed.
Right.
I said, follow me. You said, I can't see you. And I said, well, hold on. And here we went. Walking down the road, and we ended up going into the woods because the bees wouldn't leave us alone.
Well, we had a lot of property. That was when we lived on
By
that.
then, alarm pheromones were going off everywhere.
Oh my gosh,
and we had bees
insane.
all over us.
We did. It was insane. It was insane. So we walked through the woods. It seemed like for hours.
10 minutes or so.
Yeah, hours. And finally got them to settle down, because I was seeing the backs of bees inside my veil. And we shouldn't be laughing because it really hurt. But we got back to the house. We got undressed. I totally was just like bit, stung up all over my face. And I kid you not, y'all.
Do bees bite?
They do. They did that day. 3 days, y'all. We made those bees so mad by not using a smoker. 3 days we could not go outside without bees going, you're the one, you're the one.
The
And
idiots.
we would literally, yeah, the idiots. We would literally have to run from the door of the house to our car, and that was a long way to keep from getting stung.
And all because we
What?
assumed the box was empty because there were
And-
no bees coming or going.
Well, but and
So we
also
didn't
the
smoke.
new box, well, the old box, but we didn't. That was it. We didn't use a smoker. So note to self: you
smoker.
always use a smoker, no matter what. You always use a smoker. So that's our kind of funny, not so funny bee story. That's it.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.